Hello friends, so today we will see how to use 3D commands in NX. In previous video we saw how to use extrude, how to give fillet and how to apply chamfer to the 3D part. So today we will see other 3D commands. So let's start. I will create new file. Now you know the process to create a new file, so I'll just create it. Okay, so here is our file. This is a data and coordinate system. So in this video we will see, in previous video we saw how to use extrude command, how to give fillet or how to use edge blend. We saw how to chamfer, how to use chamfer, how to use draft, and we will see how to use revolve command in this video. And again we'll see how to give shell, how to apply shell to an object, how to trim body. We will see how to trim a body, and then we will see some of these commands. So without wasting any time, let's start. So I will create a sketch. So I'll go to insert sketch in task environment, and I'll select this plane and I'll click OK. So now we are in sketch environment, sketch in task environment. So I'll create a simple rectangle and I'll right click and I'll say finish sketch. So now we'll see how to trim, how just before that we'll extrude this. So this is the cube, this is a cube. So now we'll see how to use this trim body command. Okay, so I'll just click on it. Now it's asking to select a body. You can trim this object with plane or surface. Okay, so first I'll show you how to trim this body with the help of plane. So I'll select this body. Now we have selected the body. Now it's asking to select tool faces or datum planes to trim with. So what I'll do, you can see this plane, this plane, this YZ plane. So I'll select this plane. So you can see if we keep this preview button checked, then it will show the preview. If I keep it off, it will not show the preview. So I'll prefer to keep this preview button on. So you can see our object is trimmed with this plane, with the YZ plane. We can change its direction. If I double click on this vector, you can see here we'll get this side. Okay, I'll click on OK, and now you can see our cube is trimmed with this plane. So that's how we use trim command. We can trim with surface as well. So I'll delete this command. So with the help of this sketch, I'll create a surface. So you can see I'll click on extrude and I'll select single curve from this drop down menu on the top, and I'll select single curve. So you can see here we can change its vector. So I'll just select this vector. So now you can see this is our surface, and I'll just open the extrude, the one which we hidden, which we kept hidden. So this is our rectangular cube, or cube you can say, and this is our surface. So I'll trim this object with this surface. You can see we can change its direction by double clicking the the vector. So that's how we use trim command. So now I'll delete this. I'll delete everything and I'll create, and now we'll see how to use uh, revolve command. So to use the revolve command, we need a center line about which we need to revolve our object. So we'll see. I'll just hide this sketch. I'll create a new sketch. File, insert, sketch in task environment. So I'll create one sketch here. And what I'll do, I'll create a center line first. This will be my center line. Now I will draw another line here at an angle, at certain angle, and I'll right click and finish the sketch, or you can just click here to finish the sketch. So now you can see this is our sketch. One is vertical line and one is angled line. So what I'll do, I will revolve this angled line with respect to vertical line. So I'll use the revolve command. So it's asking to select a planar face or sketch, or select a section geometry. So what I'll do, I'll select this curve. So here the option is infer curve. This is the selection filter, by the way. Here you can change the parameters you want to select. A single curve, if I select single curve from the drop down menu, you will be able to select the curve, single curve from this sketch. Otherwise, if you kept it infer curves, you will it will select both the curves from this. It will select the whole sketch at the same time. You can see these two curves are being highlighted. So I want to select a single curve, so I'll keep the selection filter at single curve and I'll click on this curve. So now it's asking to specify vector. So I'll select this vector, sorry, this vector. You can see our curve has been revolved around this vector. You can see our cone, we have created a cone here. Now we have multiple options here. So you can see the body type, offset boolean. No need to add any boolean or offset. The body type, I can change it to sheet or solid. If I select sheet, you can see here the hollow cone has been created. You can see that's how we use the revolve command. We will use revolve command in other way. I'll just change this sketch into some other profile. I'll just uh, delete this revolve command. I'll click on this sketch and I'll click on edit with rollback. Now we'll edit the sketch. I'll select the line and click on delete. So now I'll create a spline here. So you can see I'm creating a spline. Just a random sketch. I'll click on OK and now I'll finish the sketch. So what we'll do, we will revolve this spline around this line. So I'll select on revolve. I'll select the curve. It's asking to specify the vector. So we'll select this vector and now you can see body type. I'll keep it as sheet and you can see here I'll just click on OK. You can see how we have created our profile using revolve command. So that's how we use revolve command. So now we will see how to apply shell to an object. So what I'll do, I'll just hide this revolve. I'll hide this sketch. So I'll create another sketch. Okay, so I'll just create a sketch on this plane and I'll draw a simple rectangle. Sorry, sorry. So I'll draw a simple rectangle and I'll come out of this sketch. I'll hide this datum coordinate system. So I'll extrude. I'll use extrude command. So I have created this extrude, the cube. So now what we'll do, we'll apply shell command to this object. First of all, I'll give some fillets to the corner. Okay, so 20 mm. Okay, so I have given 20 mm fillet on all the vertical corners. I'll apply a fillet of 20 mm to this edges below. So I'll click on OK. You can see our object. I'll hide this sketch. Hide. Okay. So what we'll do, we will apply shell of 3 mm to this object. So let's see. This is the shell command. So it's asking for type. So I'll keep it remove faces and then shell. So it's asking to select face. I'll click and the thickness is 5 mm. We'll see what this thickness is. You will come to know. So I'll select this face. You can see. I'll click on OK. You can see here. Now it has created an object with 5 mm thickness. The thickness will be consistent throughout the object. Okay. So that is the common use of shell command. Okay. You can see I'll analyze the thickness from this edge to this edge. It's 5 mm. You can see. Okay, so that's how we use shell command. We can change its thickness. We can edit it, and we just will have to change the value. You can see thickness of the walls has been changed. So now it's 10 mm thickness. It's a bowl, or you can say it's a box of having 10 mm thickness. You can change its thickness. So that's how you can use the shell command. So I'll delete this shell command. I'll delete these edge fillets. So we have this rectangle. So we'll apply shell to this rectangle. I'll select this face. You can see, and I'll select the top face as well, and I'll click on OK. You can see the two faces are gone, and now we have a box having 1 2 3 vertical and 1 horizontal wall. You can see. So that's where you can use shell command. You can change the faces. You can select or deselect them. You can see this. You can give shell to as many faces as you want. So that's how we use the shell command. So that's it guys for today's video. We saw how to use revolve command, we saw how to use trim body, we saw how to use shell. So I think that is enough for today's video, and practice all the commands, and we'll see other 3D commands in our next video. So keep watching and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.